You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Well, it looks like the NFL may have put themselves in hotter water involving Brian Flores in this lawsuit involving racial discrimination. Now, the other day when the lawsuit was filed, the NFL nearly immediately answered it and said all allegations are false, basically denied it, and nothing to see here, please move along. Except, and you know, I got to be honest with you, after looking at the lawsuit, I'm like, this lawsuit kind of looks like a joke, to be honest with you. There were things on there, there's still things on there that I just don't think you can tie to skin color. It doesn't make any sense. All right, even if Stephen Ross wanted you to throw games and was willing to pay you a bonus for it, an owner was willing to pay you an extra $100,000 per loss, and that's a racial issue? Not sure how that works out. But anyway, the NFL denied any wrong allegations, and then earlier today, they sent a memo out to Flores, and they said, well, we're gonna now do some internal investigations. So let's get to this because Flores' lawyer has already answered that. And he brings up a mighty, mighty good point. Whether the lawsuit's bullshit or not, the NFL releasing that statement earlier today makes themselves look worse. Brian Flores' lawyers called Roger Goodell's statement a PR ploy. Quote, same playbook. If Roger Goodell hoped a memo that acknowledged the dearth of black head coaches in the NFL is, quote, unacceptable, would help the league's fight against Brian Flores, the fired Dolphins coach's new team of lawyers fought back quickly. About an hour after Goodell's statement, which announced independent personnel would examine the processes that have led to one active black head coach, Pittsburgh's Mike Tomlin, in the league, Flores' lawyers accused the commissioner of a public relations ploy. Look, as far as the black head coaches go, and there only being one, I'm sorry, but I think that's purely happenstance right now. Okay, I don't think that's something that was there obviously wasn't any ulterior motives there. Okay, it just so happens they fired Flores. Dave Coley got fired. You know, I think it's just happenstance. It doesn't make any sense that this would be some kind of a issue brought together by the owners purposely. That doesn't make any sense, okay? Just a couple of years ago, we had Tomlin, Vance Joseph, Anthony Lynn, all in the league at the same time, okay? In a statement of their own, Flores attorneys pointed out that Goodell's memo came 4 days after the league reflexively and without investigation denied Flores' allegations that center upon racial hiring patterns. Flores filed a class action lawsuit against the league and all 32 teams on Tuesday. Quote, the statement made today by the commissioner is on its surface a positive first step, but we suspect this is more of a public relations ploy than a real commitment to change. Doug Wigdor and John Efferrakis, I guess, quote, for too many years the NFL has hidden behind the cover of foundations that were supposed to protect rights of black players and coaches, all while letting systematic racial bias fester in front offices. I don't believe that for a solitary millisecond. The league is now rolling out the same playbook yet again, and that's precisely why the lawsuit was filed. In this memo, Goodell said the league has made significant efforts to promote diversity. They have to a complete fault. They've literally pushed people away because it turned into a political statement, but admitted that the efforts had not made enough of a difference. Quote, we would be pleased to talk to the commissioner about real change, but unfortunately he has not reached out to us to engage in any discussion, the attorney said. In fact, nobody from the NFL has reached out to us. Absent such a discussion, followed by unbiased and concrete change, we cannot believe that a court or governmental agency must order a federal monitor to oversee the NFL, as the NFL cannot continue to police itself. Okay, great. They want the feds involved with the NFL. That's ridiculous, but okay. Look, like I said, I find it purely coincidence that we look up and there's only one black head football coach right now. Okay, you could just flash back a couple of years and there would have been, 3 or 4 in the league at the same time? I mean, I really don't see the connection there. You look up and, yeah, some changes have been made. I think with Flores, this was a very reactionary situation. I think the Bill Belichick text made him angry, and somehow, some way, he decided this was about race, and he decided to file a lawsuit, effectively causing career suicide, I would think, involving ever getting another head coaching job. I don't know. There's rumors out there about him being a finalist for the Texans job. I just can't imagine you can hire a guy that's literally suing a league and go out and hire him, particularly when you've already got a quarterback on the team that has his own legal troubles. I just can't, although that would be a very Texans thing to do at this point, they're a dumpster fire, I just can't see that. And I think Flores was going to get a job. I do. And it's hard to prove this sort of thing because, Jim Caldwell has had multiple head coaching jobs at this point. He's black, okay? And he almost got another job during this round of hiring. A third chance. And look, I think Jim Caldwell deserves a third chance. What he did in Detroit, I thought for Detroit, was pretty impressive. But I don't think that had anything to do with Jim Caldwell's skin color. He's just a good football coach, okay? Just a damn good football coach. And I just don't understand how any of this can be proven by Brian Flores. Okay? How do you prove that that's the issue here when some of your complaints just don't make any sense? I mean, John Elway's already come out and said, look, I was jet lagged. I wasn't suffering from a hangover. Well, yeah, these general managers and stuff are continuously traveling, having to get back. Maybe he was out of town somewhere, decided to come back to interview Brian Flores. What makes that about race? It doesn't make any sense. But the NFL makes themselves look bad because the other day they said, nothing to see here. Please move along. 4 days later, they send this memo out saying, yeah, we do need to do more investigation. Well, now you're talking out of both sides of your ass. The NFL may have hurt itself here by sending this memo out. And yeah, we know a lot of what the NFL's got to say is fluff. It is. The Rooney Rule is a joke. It's a sham. Owners are going to hire the people that they think make the best head coaches, whoever's qualified. Now, here's the thing. There's nothing that's saying the owners know what they're doing either. Okay? They're not the greatest evaluators, but at the end of the day, it's their teams to do what they want to do with. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. I would hope somebody just gave Brian Flores horrible advice in doing this. I think it's such a terrible look. I mean, Brian Flores is going to end up regulated to the XFL or the USFL if he's not careful after doing something like this. I don't know. Maybe somebody will still hire him. Maybe they will. But it just doesn't. I just can't see a guy with a lawsuit against the league turning around and getting a job. I mean, my God, the league targeted John Gruden, in my opinion, unfairly, and fired him over alleged racial overtones in some emails. I mean, didn't that prove anything to Brian Flores? They didn't hesitate. They got him out of the league as quick as they could. Some would say in a very unfair and targeted fashion. Come on. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.